if you've set up all the stuff on your Mac and you have an older machine like I do, I have a MacBook Pro from
Hello? What's going on, y'all? Hello? Gotta turn up this mic. Make sure everything's... What's going on, y'all? Oh, shit. I don't even know what I'm doing. Stream today so we could talk about a couple things that's going on. Right now, I'm in transition a little bit. Been dealing with a lot of stuff lately. I haven't been able to speak to a lot of people about what's going on and the things that I'm trying to do specifically. But I'm trying to open a business and get some things going, and you know how that go. Yeah, that's his own thing. So I'm trying to I have a better understanding of things that I'm doing now. A lot of times when you're out of you get caught up in some things maybe that you don't necessarily want to, but just understand those are small temporary setbacks. The best thing to do is make sure you learn and go forward with whatever you're doing. Don't really be caught up into your past or what people perceive as your past or whatever's going on. Just make sure you're doing the best that you can, and everything else is going to work itself out. The main thing to do is to make sure we're working, we're making money, we're taking care of our families, and we're having good mental health. A lot of times, we think that money, it will make everything right, but a lot of times, if you haven't challenged putting our best foot forward, the best thing to do is to make sure you're doing whatever it is that you like to do, that you're passionate about, you can do, and it will itself work itself out. Don't really be too worried about what what you have going on. Just be cognizant of whatever you got to do, and bring more content about whatever, man. We gonna talk about a little bit of politics, a little bit of education. I'm gonna speak a little bit more about myself. My main goal is to not even be informative, not to preach, but to have true perspective. A lot of, like right now, it's a lot of things going on in schools and with kids across the country that is not balanced. It's not any balance with everything. Everybody say they're a boss, everybody say they're a leader, everybody say whatever they want to, but they're not necessarily doing anything one or another. At the end of the day, life is about growth. And if you're gonna grow, you have to be willing to change and be better than some of the shit that you're used to. You can't be stuck in your ways all the time of I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or I'm here and I'm there. And I want to say, forgive me for my bed in the background. Me and my wife, we moved in this house not that long ago, but we ordered another bed because she didn't like the bed that we have. So it's coming on the way. But y'all can say or feel how whatever. I just wanted to say excuse that. I really wasn't meaning to dreams. She just recently wrote a book, and we're gonna sit down and talk to her about that and just talk about life. See how everybody's going. I hope everybody's children are doing well, and I hope for the most part everybody's having a great day. Like I said, I've been more focused on trying to do some self-evaluations of my life and what I'm doing and trying to get things in order. I mean, it's hard a lot of times to make the best decisions because some stuff is spur of the moment, some stuff is short-term things with long-term implications, and the more that we do things without that, it's gonna be crazy. I was just talking to a insurance guy just the other day about stocks and things of that nature. Like, I'm not necessarily a stock guru or anything like that. I was talking about, maybe we should, maybe there should be not necessarily just a class on it, but something that pursues a better understanding of how you moving out here. It's a lot of people that invest in this and that, and people, I'm a proponent of people, doing things in their community if they can, but it, the bigger picture it has to be a group of people. You know, as an individual, you can do things and you can grow and make money and do what you feel is best for yourself, but that's a self-defining and a self-seeking thing. The most thing that you could do, as you get older, is really just try to push forward and make something, that you can leave your family or your kids, or you can just leave yourself. Because some of us, with how this generation is going, and not necessarily the kids per se, but just business in general, it's like I hear a lot of times, someone said, as long as we have a free market, people have opportunity to make something. And in some aspects that's true, but some aspects that's wrong, because if you look at overall business, it's not like that. Everything is put in a way, or put in a perspective that at the end of the day, you can't really, like, I remember I used to want to be in a dispensary business. I wanted to do those things. I wanted to make money in that industry and like make my money and put it in the dispensary and sell it or whatever. But I learned that to get in it, you had to have quite a bit of money. Even if you could find a way to, do the organic grows and grow the flowers and do this and that to get like the regulations and all of the things. There was a lot of things on the back end, which I understand it, but the problem with what I don't understand is like with grants, they say they have grants, for people for startup business, startup companies. They have grants for, rebuilding your house and all of these things. But when you think about it, where do you go to obtain these grants? Who's really having these conversations about, you need to do this, or you need to speak to this person, or you need to speak to the needed a job. I wasn't working for a while. I got in it. I made money. But in the beginning, I was a little bit foolish, to say the least. I cared more about trying to give back, because so many people had helped me up to that point to get in the truck. So I really didn't have the concept of necessarily investing in myself the right way. You have to make sure that you take the time out to do the right thing. A lot of times, we don't. It's a selfishness, which that's understandable. I mean, in today's world, it's about how much money I can make. How can I put myself in the best position to live? How can I make my family better? How can I make myself better? Uh, I hear a lot of people that say, college is not for everyone, but I beg to differ. No, college is college itself is supposed to be an institution of learning. But even within it, it determines financial stability and things going forward if you're going in there necessarily to do something. I mean, some people, they go to college, they make connections that long term pay off in the field that they want to, because you get to deal with people in different walks of life, deal with people. And some people, when they talk about hustle and grind, they just find a way to make money. They find a way to keep everything up and keep things moving and keep money flowing and keep getting in the thing where it's making money. And then it's a lot. They're not that the people that work, that they can work a good job. They can they can work and go in there and make their money that way. And I always feel like it shouldn't be, things should not be catered to the minority. It should be to the majority. And it's more poor people in this company. It's more middle class, low income people in this company. This company, but in this country, this is a company because it operates as such. In areas of this country that makes the most money, everything bends that way. In other margins, it's not making any money. Everything is up and down. A lot of times you catch yourself messed up, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna do some statistical things to look at some numbers, because I want to see objectively where money is most being made in those fields. And I want to come back and I want to sit down and I want to talk about it and see, how can we get in those? I believe coding and engineering and computers and software and those things, they're on the rise. It's a big gap in between all that.